one out there, Singy. Temperatures in the 90s right now around first pitch.
Yeah, Boog, some guys love this heat. They feel like there's no fear attacking the baseball. Don't have to worry about cold days and getting jammed. But I tell you what, for me, it was always about hydration because I could cramp up. And you have to make sure that you stay up on your fluids. And it's not just when the game starts. This is something that you have to do days in advance if you're someone that's prone to cramping.
It's the New York Yankees taking on the Baltimore Orioles. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Coming up on the first pitch, and today's starting pitcher, Zach Eflin.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. Take a look at the lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
1 down, base is empty. That one drilled left field, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here is Aaron Judge. There's the strike at the knees.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record, and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
Eflin checks the runner. Chisholm back on a dive. 1 out and a runner at second. Inside, and that's ball 1. Just missed. And Judge spoils that one. At the belt and fires. Got him swinging.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1. And that's in there at the knees. Chisholm on at second with 2 down. On the ground to the left. On to O'Hearn. And that is that. Yanks nothing. Orioles coming to bat. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. And starting for the Yankees, the right-hander, Garrett Cole.
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve. And because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Fastball for a strike.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
He goes down looking.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift in a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Adley Rutschman stands in now and watches strike one. Cole, more than 100 career wins on the mound, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
0-2.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Ryan O'Hearn in the box now. No balls and a strike. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. That one's in there. 0-1. Two outs. Just off the outside edge. And the count even 1-1.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Nothing for the Orioles in the first. On to the second from Baltimore. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's Stanton now. Eflin back to work. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
0-1.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Next pitch is outside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And down on strikes he goes. And there's one down. And next for New York, Austin Wells. That one fouled off. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
1-2.
Inside, almost got him. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Not close with that one. The count now 2-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. 2 outs, base is empty. Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. And first offering is fouled off. And that one is in for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2, and into the box for Baltimore, Tyler O'Neill. And that's fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
That one missed.
No, that's out.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
It's a K from the Coltrane.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
So up next, Colton Cowser. Late on that fastball.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Now the 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
0-2.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Cabrera on the move. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. 1 out, base is empty. Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. And they'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Smoke to right, but he's got it. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in Baltimore, all set for the start of the inning. And now Jason Dominguez. And the pitch. Outside corner, there's a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
In the dirt, now 1-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one almost got him.
You got a full count.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. One down, base is empty. And that one is lifted in the air. Mullins settles under it. Brings it in, and there's 2 down. So the batting order turns over. Now, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And first offering is fouled off. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. That misses the zone, and it's 1-1.
Logan, the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Next pitch is outside.
That's a ball.
Top of the third, no score. That missed by a lot. And now 3-2. Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. And there's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Chisholm takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
You know, the 2-out walk, got to erase that and really go to work on the hitter. You got to go ahead and just let.
Runner takes off in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3. Well, I think that one of the things that we've seen is that neutralizing the running game is as much to do with going with the slide step that a good majority of the pitchers have, and nobody wants to give a free ball to the hitter. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound.
Next offering is in for a strike. 2 on, 2 outs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back now at Oriole Park, set for the bottom of the 3rd, and into the box for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. First offering, and it just misses.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
That one's in there, and it's 1-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
In the dirt, but kept close. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. Nobody out. Runner at first. And it's even up.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
A strikeout and the second of the game for the Coltrane.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Henderson, the next to hit, takes ball one. Missed with a changeup. And that's ball two. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And another ball.
That's the ball.
Westberg leads off first with one away. Next offering is fouled back.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Swung on, belted. Way back there. Makes the catch up against the wall.
It's a really good swing. He just didn't get quite enough of it to beat the wind. It's blowing in from right field right now.
Here's Adley Rutschman. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. That one called a strike. 0-1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And that drops in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. Sia strikes him out for the second time today. And the Orioles leave one. And we are still scoreless. And we're back out of the fourth. Leading off, Cody Bellinger. Fought off foul. Bellinger, 29 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
You know, these Yankees just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Next pitch is outside.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
The 1-2. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a ball. We got a full count.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Oh, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Laser base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And here is Austin Wells. Tap foul at the plate. And that one fouled off. Fourth inning underway, no score. Fights it off, you'll see another.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Here is Goldschmidt. Struck out swinging his first time. Ball one, no strikes.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Inside, just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Now it's belted deep to left, way out of here. Home run. He'll circle the bases, and they tack on 3. It's 3-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
One down. Here's the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Sliced hard but foul. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. That's a little bit low.
1-2.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Next offering upstairs. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Eflin a move to first, and he dives back in safely. Stays alive. And ball 4 to a board.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Zach Eflin will depart. Walk's a big problem for him today as he leaves on the hook for the loss. Back after a quick break with a new pitcher. Colin Selby on to pitch out of the pen here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now Anthony Volpe. He's 0 for 1. That one at the knees for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Yankees up by 3. Foul ball, still 0-2. That one the other way. Base hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Ground ball could be 2. There's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. That's in there. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Judge waits. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Holiday under it. Nabs it. And that'll do it. 9 men come to the plate. 4 score. On now to the bottom of the 4th. The Yankees 4 and the Orioles nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Ryan O'Hearn. On the ground to Jazz. Over to first. And a quick out, number 1. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Ryan Mountcastle. Struck out swinging his first time. And takes low for ball 1. Well, Siggy here in Baltimore, and crab cakes. We need to get our hands on some crab cakes. You think we'll get someone to maybe run down for us and grab a few?
Absolutely. It's got to happen. Maryland crab cakes, the best. And you talk about the seasoning. Nobody does it better than the people here in the city of Baltimore. But even so, here at the ballpark, some great food.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Struck out swinging his first time. In there at the knees for a strike. Yeah, and I'm kind of partial to my guy Boog down there over that right field wall, and some barbecue, because Boog can fire up some pretty good barbecue.
Yeah, and I'm surprised we haven't seen any of that yet up here in the booth. Come on, man, let's go.
And that's way high. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Grounds 1 to short. Volpe. On to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They're down 4-0. Back here in Baltimore, and here is Cody Bellinger. Selby back to work. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. 1 for 2. Check swing. Tried to hold up. Now an appeal to first. And he went around. Ruled a swing.
One and one.
Now move to first.
No, too late.
Bellinger aboard here at first with nobody out.
That's inside. Ball.
That one misses, and now 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
First and second, no outs. And stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. In there. He scores. It's 5-0.
Comes through with the RBI. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. He's already homered in this game. And that one hammered. That's back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 8-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Colin Selby gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Coming on for the Orioles, Yennier Cano.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep this score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. Pitch is in there. That's strike one. Cano, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. That one to first, O'Hearn. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera will hit next. And first offering is fouled off. 4 runs already in the frame, and we're at the top of the 5th. Hammered, base hit.
Now batting, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Right through there for a strike. Throw over to first.
No. Hey.
You see the velocity 97 with that fastball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Out towards right center field. Cowser. 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the fence. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
It's Aaron Judge now. 0 for 3 in this one. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Second and third, 2 down. Next pitch misses outside, and the count is 2-0. And a foul ball. The 2-1. That one missed.
3-1.
Cody Bellinger in the on-deck circle. Judge comes up empty there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. Cabrera, the runner at third. Chisholm on at second with 2 down. And that'll load the bases.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So they're all loaded up. Here's Cody Bellinger. Swinging a foul straight back. Pitch misses there, and now it's even 1-1. And that's in for a strike. Outside with a breaking ball. Lifted in the air, right field. Kowser settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now an 8-0 game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying.
Swinging a ball hammered right field, going back on its way and gone. He hammers one out to right, and they've got their first run. It's 8-1.
Well, there goes the shutout, just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start. He got his front foot down. He was strong on his backside, and when his bat went through the zone, there's no question that ball was going to travel out of the ballpark. But that's, if you were putting a tape together, positive to watch, that's it right there. Just a perfect swing.
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's fits? A fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. In the air, out towards left center. Dominguez puts it away for the out, and there's one down.
Now batting at third baseman,
Jordan Westberg now at the plate. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field. Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Holiday batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Strike 2.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
That's a ball.
Man at first, 1 away. Pitch misses,
that's a
and
ball.
it's 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Fastball is outside.
Full count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Runner, take your base.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Back to the top of the lineup, and the batter will be the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. It's their second home run of the inning, and they're chipping away. It's 8-4.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
One out, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Adley Rutschman. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
The 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-2. Ball 1 there. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. That misses. Now 2-2. Good eye right there.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. And it's fouled away. The 0-1. And that's in for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
That misses. And it's 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Rutschman off of first with 2 away. Well struck right field. Judge going back, and that one is off the wall. Here comes Rutschman around third. The relay, it's offline. The run comes in. It's 8-5.
Picks himself up at RBI. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Just missed. Ball. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tim Hill getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Leiter also getting ready. Got him to chase one above the zone there.
That looked like a case of deciding to swing no matter what. That pitch was way up. Nice job of the pitcher knowing that this hitter's looking for something up that he can drive, but he just expanded the zone to his advantage.
Popped up. Volpe squeezes it, and that will end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 8-5. Back after this on the show. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton.
The designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Just missed. And there's a ball.
2-0 the count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2-1.
Just missed. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A gigantic blast. It's 9-5. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here's the catcher to hit, Austin Wells.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
And that's downstairs and outside. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Gregory Soto, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Perez warming up as well. Liner, base hit.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. He's already homered twice, the last one back in the fifth.
It seems like he can't miss right now, seeing the baseball as well as anyone on the field. Now, I know the odds are against him, but who's going to bet against this guy right now?
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
That was
ball,
absolute
no
gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Wow, no fair right there.
1-1.
I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Clearly, he was sitting on a
1-2.
fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
2-2.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. There's a swing and a drive. Back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. He sends it out of here. Second home run of the inning for them. And they add to their lead. It's 12-5. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Sir Anthony Dominguez out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching.
Gregory Soto into the game.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here's the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. That's through there for a strike. The 0-1.
Ball.
And a foul ball. And they'll do it again. Pitch misses. 2-2. The Yanks up big in this one, and we're in the top half of the sixth. And the next pitch is way outside. Battling here as he fouls it away. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands inside and actually square that baseball up. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there.
So digging in, Anthony Volpe. And a breaking ball misses outside. No outs. Runner on second. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Check swing, and he went. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
And there's a foul ball. Cabrera at second with nobody out. And a swing and a miss, and 1 gone.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Chisholm stands in now, looks at that one inside.
1-0.
Next pitch misses. Ball 2.
2 balls, no strikes.
And that drops in for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. Swings and misses. It's 2-2.
2-2 is the count.
On the ground, and it goes just foul.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one just misses.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Check swing. Now an appeal to third. No swing. That's ball 4. He walked him.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the 2nd time he's taken ball 4.
Aaron Judge at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And that's in there at the knees.
Well, and at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone.
Fastball for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Judge rips that one. That'll make it out of here. That one felt good. Their third home run of the inning. It's 15-5. That's their fifth homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Gregory Soto done for the afternoon. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Cionel Perez comes on now.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
So one out, nobody on. And up next for New York, Cody Bellinger. And first offering is fouled off. That one down the line, and foul ball. Next offering misses down and away.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
2-2.
Up and in, and the count is even, 2-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. On the ground, right side. Jump throw. Nicely done for the out. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. He's already homered here in this one. First offering misses badly for ball one. Two outs. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on.
2-1.
And that one is downstairs. 3-1.
3-1.
Right through there for a strike.
Full count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That's a base hit. He saw a lot of pitches in that at bat and found a way to win the battle. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So a man at first, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. There's a strike. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. O'Neill whips it back in. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
Now that first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. Check swing went around, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. And that's that. But they score 7 times to blow this thing open. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the 6th. The Yankees lead it 15-5. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the right fielder, Colton Cowser.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Next offering is in for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Marcus Stroman.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. And first offering is fouled off. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. And he hits a ground ball right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman,
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. In there at the knees. Strike 1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball right field.
Judge makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back now at Oriole Park. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. That one not close, and that's ball one. And another ball. Just off the inside edge. And there's the automatic. Out to short. And it gets by him. Man at first, nobody out. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Not even close there. 1-0. Just missed.
That's out.
Runner at first with no outs here. High fly ball down the left field line. Makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, shortstop Anthony Volpe.
And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike one.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike. Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And that's in the dirt. Going to count 1-2. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That one off the mark. Ball one. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Yankees out in front, 15-5. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. Stroman, multi-time All-Star, 33 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. In the air to left center, Dominguez. One away.
Now batting, shortstop.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. First
That's
pitch
the ball.
misses. Movement in the Yankees pen. Jake Cousins getting ready to go. And the 1-0. The shortstop takes the ball. And that misses.
Ball.
3-0. This one smoked out to left. Lunging, but it gets down.
All over that one right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now at the plate, Adley Rutschman. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Ripped on a line. And that's just foul. On the ground to short. And that squirts through. And out to aboard. And here's the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn, 1 for 3. That is upstairs for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Next offering is fouled back. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Here the bottom of the 7th.
Hey!
And that's down and away. In the air, left field. Dominguez makes the catch. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, designated hitter, Ryan Mountcastle.
So first and second with 2 outs. Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And there's a strike. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Andrew Kittredge. Yeah, the hard-throwing righty trying to secure these outs against a potent Yankee lineup, and it starts with Aaron Judge. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. To third, Westberg. Throws to first in time, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
0-1.
That's outside. And the count even 1-1.
1-1.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Two outs.
2-2.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
We got a full count.
Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing across here this half. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Yankees lead it 15-5. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Stroman back to work. And that misses. Ball. And that is ball one. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Check swing, called strike. That one missed. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Where'd that last pitch miss?
Count's full.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk. My partner known for being a touch hacktastic. All right, you walked 130 times.
Oh my goodness!
In your career,
I can't even believe. I can't. I win.
130
when did that
times.
happen?
Yeah.
I don't even seriously. I don't believe that.
Cowser stands in here, takes ball one low.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. The Yankees up big in this one here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Left field, Dominguez coming on, hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, center fielder, Cedric.
Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Bellinger makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, third baseman, Jordan.
So man aboard. And next for the Orioles, Jordan Westburg. Line drive, base hit, right center field. O'Neill on his way to third. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And now it's going to be Jackson Holliday. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Next offering misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Action in the pen down there. Jake Cousins, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Leiter getting loose as well. Off the mark there, and it's 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
There's a strike at the knees. 2-2.
Ball.
Gunnar Henderson would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
And a 3-2. Stays alive. Two on, 2 outs. Fights it off. You'll see another. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And they're all loaded up.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So bases all loaded up. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. 1 run across. Here's the throw to the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 9th inning coming up. The Yankees lead this one 15-6. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th, and now Austin Wells. And first offering is fouled off. And ball one. Up the middle to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Swing and a drive, deep right field, way back there. And foul as it bangs off the fence. That's down and in. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
Now the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And that drops in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. And downstairs.
That's down.
And that one fouled off. Two outs. That's inside. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Hit hard on the ground is short. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees lead it 15-6. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Now here is Adley Rutschman. The right-hander back to work. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. And a ground ball to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn.
And now the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn. And first offering is fouled off. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. Bounce to the right. And it goes just foul. And 1-2. High fly ball out into left center field. Bellinger pulls it down and he makes the catch. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Orioles down to their final out. Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit. First pitch misses. And foul ball. The 1-1. Hit to right, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees take this one in a blowout.
Well, as much action as there was in this one, really impressive performance from the bats on the winning side. They gave up quite a few runs, but they still blew them out of the water. They have to be feeling pretty good about themselves offensively right now.
This one ends 15-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.